Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is our lecture number 11 on educational psychology, EDUC 3114. I am your course instructor Dr. Faiza Shaheen here. Chapter number 6 is about measurement and evaluation in educational psychology. So in the continuity of the previous lectures, we will see the agenda of this lecture: measurement and evaluation in educational psychology, the concept of reliability, and what are the techniques to assess the reliability, what are the methods of reliability we will discuss in this lecture. Starting from the measurement and evaluation in educational psychology. In the previous lectures we have gone through the concept of measurement and evaluation. Starting from the measurement, whatever the score we give to a test, that is measurement. And you can, in easy words, you can say the scores obtained by the students is their measurement, and when we interpret those scores, that is assessment. And on the basis of assessment and measurement, whatever we make decision and take a judgment, that is our evaluation. So these are very useful terms in educational psychology, that we can measure that how likely individuals have acquired a certain skill, a proficiency in a certain ability, skill, attitude, and what is the level of that proficiency. Through these measurement and evaluation we assess these. And the concept of reliability will be discussed in detail in this lecture. And what are the methods of assessing the reliability, we will see these one by one. In the previous lecture we have seen that what is test and what are the characteristics of a good test. So under the characteristics of a good test, there is one big check and characteristic, that is reliability. So you must know that what is test, what are the characteristics of a good test with reference to the previous lectures, then coming towards the next topic, which is reliability. Reliability in the previous lecture we have discussed in a shorter note, that was consistency of results over a period of time. So we see the term reliability in psychological research refers to the consistency of a research study or measuring test. So if a test is producing similar results over a period of time, that consistency of results of a measuring test will be reliability. For example, if a person weighs himself during the course of a day, they would expect to see a similar reading. Scales which measured weight differently each time would be of little use. So according to the reliability, it says a scale is reliable if it produces similar results or the same results over a period of time, measuring the same skill or characteristic or a trait. And if it does not produces the similar results of the same thing, trait or skill, then that is of little use, or that will be called not reliable. Reliability is simply about consistency of a result, of the scores of the results over a period of time. So this is a characteristic of a good test. Types of reliability. There are two types of reliability broadly, that is internal and external reliability, under which they have subtypes. Internal reliability assesses the consistency of results across items within a test, whereas external reliability refers to the extent to which a measure varies from one use to another. So अगर एक टेस्ट कि सारी आइटम्स आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ कंसिस्टेंसी ऑफ रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रही हैं, एक दूसरे के साथ कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है लेकिन सिमिलर रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रही हैं, तो वो तमाम आइटम्स इंटरनली रिलायबल हैं, क्योंकि वो एक ही कंस्ट्रक्ट को मेजर कर रही हैं. एक्सटर्नल रिलायबिलिटी रेफर्स टू द एक्सटेंट टू विच अ मेजर वेरीज फ्रॉम वन यूज टू अनदर, जिसमें कंस्ट्रक्ट एक मेजर, एक टूल दूसरे टूल से कितना फ़र्क है, ये उसकी एक्सटर्नल रिलायबिलिटी है. Assessing reliability, under this we will see three methods. या हम इसको सिंपली कह सकते हैं व्हाट आर द मेथड्स ऑफ असेसिंग द रिलायबिलिटी ऑफ अ टेस्ट, which is split half method, test retest and inter-rater reliability. So we will see these one by one. Split half method. The split half method assesses the internal consistency of a test such as psychometric test and questionnaires. There it simply measures the extent to which all parts of the test contribute equally to what is being measured. So if we split down the test into two halves and we see that whether the both halves produces the same results and measuring are consistent to measure the same major characteristics for which the test has been developed, that is split half method of assessing the internal reliability or internal consistency. In the coming slides we will see its method. Split half method. This is done by comparing the results of one half of a test with the results of the other half. टेस्ट के दो हिस्से कर लें आप और एक के रिजल्ट दूसरे के रिजल्ट के साथ कंपेयर करें. अ टेस्ट कैन बी स्प्लिट इन हाफ इन सेवरल वेज, just as first half and second half or by odd and even numbers. तो तरीका कोई भी हो सकता है किस तरीके से उनको हाफ करना है, या पहला हिस्सा या दूसरा हिस्सा, या फिर ऑड नंबर के क्वेश्चंस अलग और इवन नंबर के क्वेश्चंस अलग कर लें. इफ द टू हाफ्स ऑफ द टेस्ट प्रोवाइड सिमिलर रिजल्ट्स, this would suggest that the test has internal reliability. So it says simply we can divide the test items into two halves. Those can be first half and second half or by odd and even numbers of items. Then we can compare the results of each half with one another. If the similar results have been produced, we can say that it is an internally reliable test. The reliability of test could be improved in case reliability is low up to a level of 0.25. ये कहता है कि इसको improve भी किया जा सकता है through using this method. For example, any item on separate halves of a test which have a low correlation, which is 0.25, which is very low, should either be removed or rewritten. So this check of split half method allows the researcher or the teacher or the test maker, the test developer, that he can either remove or rewrite the statement on which reliability score, internal reliability is, consistency is low up to 0.25 level. This method is a quick and easy way to establish the reliability. However, it can only be effective with large questionnaires. जहाँ इसके कुछ फ़ायदे हैं उसके कुछ ना कुछ नुकसान भी हैं या डीमेरिट्स भी हैं. ठीक है, ये क्विक है, आसान तरीका है कि आप टेस्ट को दो हिस्सों में तकसीम कर लें और रिलायबिलिटी को कंपेयर कर लें. लेकिन तभी आप किसी चीज़ को बिट डाउन करेंगे दो हिस्सों में जब वो लार्ज क्वेश्चनेयर होगा इन विच ऑल क्वेश्चंस measure द सेम कंस्ट्रक्ट. ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. एक ऐसा लंबा क्वेश्चनेयर हो, ऐसा टेस्ट हो जो एक ही कंस्ट्रक्ट को मेजर कर रहा है, तो फिर ही उसको आधा किया जा सकता है. दिस मीन्स इट वुड नॉट बी अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर टेस्ट विच मेजर डिफरेंट कंस्ट्रक्ट्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ये इससे आपको समझ आ जाएगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द मिनेसोटा मल्टीफेजिक पर्सनैलिटी इन्वेंट्री, ये पर्सनैलिटी इन्वेंट्री का नाम है. It has subscales measuring differently behavior such as depression, schizophrenia, social introversion. So different constructs are there. Therefore, the split half method was not being an appropriate method to assess reliability for this personality test, because we cannot make two equal halves of these constructs, these tests measuring different constructs. Next, second type of assessing reliability is test retest reliability. The test retest method assesses the external consistency of a test. So examples of appropriate tests include questionnaires and psychometric tests. It measures the stability of a test over time. How likely a test is producing similar results over a period of time. It is test, retest, and what is the method of it? A typical assessment would involve giving participants the same test on two separate occasions. अगर एक टेस्ट लिया जाए और उसके स्कोर को ऑब्टेन कर लिया जाए, दिस साइड पर रख लिया जाए, और वही टेस्ट कुछ अर्से बाद फिर उन्हीं पार्टिसिपेंट्स के साथ एडमिनिस्टर किया जाए, तो उन दोनों डिफरेंट ओकेजन्स पे लिए जाने वाले सेम टेस्ट के रिजल्ट्स अगर कंसिस्टेंट हैं तो वो टेस्ट रीटेस्ट रिलायबिलिटी है. इन द सेम और सिमिलर रिजल्ट्स इफ आर ऑब्टेन्ड देन एक्सटर्नल रिलायबिलिटी इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड. The disadvantages of test retest method are that it takes a long time for results to be obtained. So it is a time consuming method to establish this type of test retest reliability. Number third is inter-rater reliability. If different raters evaluate the same test. The test retest method assesses the external consistency of the test, which is the previous method, and inter-rater reliability refers to the degree to which different raters give consistent estimates of the same behavior. Inter-rater reliability can be used for interviews, and how it can be established? It is interviews are very subjective, so each evaluator will be given, या observer will be given with some criteria to score that. A caution is there that it can also be called inter-observer reliability when referring to the observational research. So simply it says that different raters give consistent estimates to the same behavior, that is inter-rater reliability. So in this lecture we have related actually this concept of measurement and evaluation in educational psychology with the previous lecture, and only the concept of reliability and its types are discussed in this lecture. That what is the concept of reliability? Consistency of result over a period of time, and under those internal and external reliability were two basic types. We have seen that this characteristic of a good test is very important whenever we are concerned to observe or to measure and evaluate in educational psychology. So I hope you have learned it well. In the coming lecture we will try to see other characteristics of a good test. Thank you.